John Higgins to break.
Just a reminder, there's going to be 9 frames played in this session. And John Higgins goes back to his seat with a wry smile on his face. That's not a good break-off shot. Just not found his touch yet.
Yeah, I love this shot on the break, John. This one, absolutely perfect. To hit that red full ball, it was end the break if he missed that. Beautiful little shot.
Took the harder shot, or the harder pot if you like. But can John Higgins get past the blue? The way he's looking, I think he can. He's coming down to see the availability. Well, can he? On our virtual look, it seems as though he can't. He's having to play a little bit of swerve. This is missable. Well, that was missable. He'd be relieved to see the cue ball nestling into the cluster.
Yeah, you had to play that slower than that, didn't you? Once you hit it that hard, the swerve wasn't going to come back. See, the cue ball goes out, not enough time for it to swerve back in. I'm very fortunate to stick in the side of the pack.
Decent cue ball. Now this will be a test for John, because a couple of safety shots he played in the first frame of this session, he caught them much too thin, didn't really hit them. Played a break-off shot, didn't really hit that well. Needs to be finding that baulk cushion, particularly against a potter of Mark Williams' quality. So there's pressure on this. That's why, once again, he played the containing, but he's not hit it right at all. Okay, he probably left a red that Mark won't be tempted with, but that's certainly not like he played it.
Well, this is brave. This is a horrible shot. Cut back in the corner, no idea where the cue ball's going, and you need to cue it well off the cushion.
I question that shot selection, John, because as you said, particularly under the cushion, it's hard to generate the pace, even if the red had gone in. Look where the cue ball finished. Can't get to the one that's just away from the pocket. I'm going to play this one near the top cushion, hoping to go up for the blue probably, or pink. And it went.
I was about to say, John, it was right touching the cushion that. It needed putting. It looked easy at first glance, but it was very close to the cushion that, and it just about wobbled in. Sounds ridiculous that you could miss one of those, somebody of John's capabilities, but they can be missed. Just feel as if he needs to make a frame-winning contribution with one of these chances just to settle down this evening. As we mentioned, he had 2 or 3 chances in the opening frame, didn't take them. Just needs to get his scoring boots on.
Seven.
Mind you, I'm saying that, John, in one of the sessions with Kyren Wilson in the 8 frames, his highest break was 37, if you can believe that. But he came out of the session 4-4 with him. So it just shows you the quality of his match play.
15.
That's what his B game's like when it's not all firing.
Yeah, but I think those type of frames against a young player like Kyren, you'd always fancy John in the tactical side. But Mark Williams can match him in that. And I agree with you, this is a big visit.
20.
Just to settle him down.
$23.
The 2 reds adjacent to the left corner pocket, I think. Well, at least one goes, so he could stand up for one of those here. Which he's done it now. I assume the right hand one goes as well.
30.
Yeah, this is a really quite a nice chance because he's got obviously 2 or 3 loose reds, but he's also got a lovely cluster,
31.
the 3 next to the pink. If he gets on the blue at one point, or indeed off the pink, he can split those up. He's having a look at the pink now, but it's one of those that'll be absolutely lovely coming in there off the blue. So he's taking it this way with the pink, slightly stretching. Go. Flicks the 3 reds out into open play. Even better chance.
37. Yeah. I did hear what you said.
Now, what sort of an angle has he got on this black? He doesn't have to play any more cannons. Yeah, not sure. It's one of them situations you wouldn't mind it being straight. But he's just off straight. Got to cue this nice. Well, it's gone a little bit twixt and between.
45.
Looking for another 25 points at this visit to get to snooker's required.
Taking the slightly trickier red in the left-hand middle. Couldn't really generate any pace. It was such a tricky pot, that. So he's slightly wrong on the blue. Is the cue ball going to pull up?
Well, applause, but it's a bit
51.
further down the table than he wanted. He may still have a pot on, but it's not as easy as he was looking for. Still looking for 3 more reds. No, it was tricky, that.
John Higgins, 51.
Yeah, it's not an easy shot, that, trying to screw down and up the table off it. Shot before was the one that was the costly one. And a big area really off the blue for John to play into.
Well, that was, once again, when you play it with that pace, you've got to be so accurate. And as soon as John walked to the table here, something was interesting him. 3-ball plant. And you know, John, it looks on.
It looks absolutely plumb, John, doesn't it?
It does. When these second two reds are very close together, you've got to hit the first one bang in the middle. But at first glance, and looking again, looks unmissable.
Well, I'd be amazed if he doesn't take it.
Well, maybe. Well, they say the camera never lies, but...
The only thing I can think of is the second red in the line of 3 is just on the other one, touching the other one. Maybe he thinks that's the problem.
Yeah, maybe. Well, Mark's having a look at it. And I think Mark would be of the opinion that it could be, so he won't be leaving John a chance of possibly playing the plant from the balk end. Okay then. That plant's still there then. I mean, in that virtual thing, I mean, it looks on, but you know better when you get down behind a shot, obviously. No, just nestling into them.
Yeah, it is touching the other
Foul.
red, John. And that one didn't touch
Nice.
your red either.
No.
Mark Williams 4.
Yeah, it is.
He's not asking the referee to replace it, is he?
From there? From there?
Yeah, the referee, Brendan Moore, would be pleased that you said from there, Mark. He won't want to replace him, that. I suppose that's the problem with John with this type of shot, because he cues so far away from the cue ball. It's this delicate shot's difficult.
That's a good point, John. It is very unusual that I can't think of any other player in the professional ranks who cues up like that, I have to be honest with you.
Well, that's opened the Reds up. Mark Williams hoping to get the next chance. You feel if John Higgins gets it, he'll be frame over. And possibility of cutting this red to the right middle. Well, no, just decided to knock it safe, so he's putting a few insurance balls to the cushions. Don't want to take any undue risks. He's trying to protect that 47-point lead. Tried it in the last frame, didn't work.
That red that's in the balk area that John's ignoring, it's going to play some part in this shot, because if John Higgins thinks he's found a shot to nothing somewhere, or he's having a look now, I wonder what shot he's come up with there.
Yeah, there's that red that's just up and to the right of the black. Only problem is you've got to be careful he doesn't run into the red near the left-hand side cushion. Well, he's avoided that, but by playing it that way, well, he's left the red he played. Not striking the ball well so far this evening.
Well, it's also a bit strange, John, isn't it? Because he's played the shot before to put a red on the cushion to try and keep it as tight as possible, and then follows it with that shot. It's not like John at all, that one.
1.
Anyway, it's gone. Left by your decisions. If Mark Williams can, after potting his excellent red, can knock the blue in, big chance certainly to get back in the frame.
Absolutely. I think it's going to be a tall order to win it at this visit with the reds near the side cushion.
6. Seven. $14. 50.
The way he's hitting the ball this evening, Mark Williams, it really is just like him at his best. Floats around the snooker table like nobody else.
22.
Economy of effort with the cue ball, doesn't hit anything hard. Except for that one he missed. Now, was that a kick?
Mark Williams, 22.
Well, I didn't expect him to miss it, to be honest with you. Let's have a look. Well, there's a bit of a jump, but when you're playing that top spin, you get the balls jumping. We'll see it a lot when we get this super slow-mo watching it. It's amazing how often the cue ball leaves the bed of the table. But it looks as though he's had a little bit of a reprieve by covering that red with the black. John Higgins now just trying to cover the red in the baulk end, or leave the cue ball parallel with it so you can't play a good safety off it. This was the shot before. Yeah, you see where the cue ball stopped on impact. Yeah, played that well.
Yeah, just a clever little shot from Mark there. Just chipped the red cue ball opposite so he couldn't see it, the one in the baulk area. John may be forced into a pot here. He was, and he needs a bit of luck.
Yeah, the brown was blocking the pocket for the pot, so John was a little bit fortunate. The significance of this session this evening, 9 frames, somebody's going to win it. Stands to reason 9 frames, an odd number. With Mark Williams already holding the 2-frame advantage when we come into this evening, you just feel that John Higgins' goal was to try and win this evening's session, but so far Mark Williams looks the steadier of the two.
Well, if I said in the last frame that it was ripe for a clearance, this one definitely isn't. And John Higgins won't be in a hurry to remove those reds. Okay, it's only a 25-point lead, but the way the balls are, that's quite a big lead. This will most definitely be the longest frame of the match so far. 21 minutes in frame 2 is the longest frame they've played, so that'll be going past that in a minute.
It was a half chance. Mark may consider this red worth taking on. The only red he could leave is the one he's playing. Got both players at the moment got a touch of the nearlies. And every time a red's missed, he seems to go to a cushion. This is a bit loose. Well, maybe the pink's just covering it. No luck from Mark. So just intent on getting this red away from the cushion. Possible double. Treble. Oh! Where did the cue ball nearly go?
Well, it nearly went in there, and he's angled on probably 2 reds, John. He may have to be forced into the 3 reds on the left-hand side, so that cue ball finishing where it has done, stuck on that jaw, is making him play this shot.
Well, got us what Dennis Taylor said, a dreaded double kiss, but that's a good double kiss.
Slowly but surely, though, the balls are coming out into open play. Just a 2 now over on the left-hand side. So Mark Williams showing all the patience. He was quite happy before just to chip the balls on the cushion himself, despite being behind. Just as I say that, another one runs up the cushion.
Yeah, but once again, it was a half chance from John Higgins that he didn't really get close to.
He's in trouble here, Mark. This is what he's got. Can't see those 2 reds there. He can only play the ones down the left-hand side. Not easy to get back to the balk area. Unless you play it with a loaded check side and hit it that well.
Wonderful shot. As you say, John, that was difficult. And a little tap on the table from John Higgins. Just coming up to 24 minutes and can't see an end in sight.
John's going to play this, and he doesn't like it because he's going to hit it thick. He's got to hit it thick to have a go at the pot and to avoid the red on the right-hand side. The 2 reds that are to the right of the black, he's got to avoid the right-hand side one. Brilliant. Oh. Fabulous pot.
Williams 4.
Yeah, and of course he always knew the cue ball was going close to the opposite corner. Goes the upside for John. He's got another red off the table, even though it's cost him 4 points. Saw the scoreboard there. Mark Williams has got to get the next chance, you feel. If John Higgins gets it, he'll win the frame.
Some good stuff at the minute. Mark's trying to get the balls into play and trap John. John's having none of it. He certainly won't be moving the 2 reds on the left-hand side cushion, that's for sure. 3 reds on the left-hand side cushion. That's an excellent reply from Mark Williams. Really good tactical stuff from 2 masters.
Yes, he can clearly get through to the reds on the left, but he's swerving around the yellow to hit this red. Don't want to bring one of those reds away from the cushion. Control swerve. But he'll have left this on. But look at the table. You can't fancy Mark Williams winning the frame at this visit.
What a brilliant try that was. Played the red with pace, up off the top cushion, trying to come down and split the reds. And just got the bump. Very clever shot.
Yeah, and if he hadn't just caught the pump, I think he may have well brought 2 reds into play. As it is, the pot on the pink, too risky for no reward.
Mark Williams 1.
Just at the moment, Mark's in control of this safety exchange. $20 points ahead, John Higgins. 51 remaining.
Just wondering, he's trying to play a little bit of a shot to nothing. Red across the table. Cross double type shot. Here it goes. Good effort, but look at the cue ball. Excellent.
Yeah, just signs in the last few safety shots that John Higgins starting to hit it a little bit better. Where's the cue ball going? It's good now.
Don't think he'll take the chance of moving the reds away here, Mark. Well, he did. He could play it. So there's 2 back in play out of the 3. And the one that's on the left-hand cushion for a left-hander isn't terrible. Yes, it's in an awkward position for potting, but it's a lot better when you're left-handed. So from looking totally unpromising this frame, if Mark Williams gets the next chance, it is a chance.
I think if that red wasn't on the left-hand side cushion, John Higgins may be tempted to play the pot here, but if he missed it, he could knock that red away from the cushion. This is pacey. In and out of balk. So Mark Williams, he's going to get that half chance, but good pot needed. Well, there you go. All that tactical stuff, and then you feel Mark's got a half chance. Never take those reds for granted. Misses it. And John Higgins now. 2 reds, 2 blacks to get to snooker's required.
Yep.
1.
He'll be more than a little disappointed there, Mark Williams. He worked very, very hard to get that opportunity. Some tremendous tactical play. The balls were awkward. And he finally was presented with his chance. It wasn't easy, but he'd be kicking himself if he didn't take it there. Looked like he had absolutely no chance of winning that frame.
No, half an hour of determined effort from Mark Williams, but if John Higgins can pot this red, another black, he'll go 36 points in front with just 35 remaining. It's in, and he's on the black.
Yes, and I'll be concentrating like mad to get right behind this red. It's only one snooker at this level, and that isn't a great deal. So absolutely dead weight.
60.
Drop it into the jaws of the pocket and let's see it disappear. Because what you don't want to do is give yourself 15 or 20 minutes of aggravation. Attempted snookers by your opponent. So it's in.
17.
Yes, as you say, no heroics. That'll keep Mark Williams in his seat.
Any chance of you turning that off, please?
As the dreaded phone starts.
24.
Anyway, fortunately it didn't matter. The frame was over. And Mark Williams will stay in his seat or get out of it just to go to the...
24 and the frame.
For a comfort break comes to John Higgins, but John Higgins will be mighty relieved to get that frame on the board. So now he's still 2 behind, but he started to strike the ball better near the end of that frame.